Burgundy makes up only a small area of France, yet its influence over the world of wine is immense. It is capable of producing some of the most elegant wines on the planet. Its appellation system may be complex, but unlike many other areas of France, there are only two key grapes in this beautiful region, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. There are other varieties in the region, including Aligoté and Gamay, the latter of which is predominant in the southern sub-regions of Burgundy, particularly Beaujolais. Let's get started with Chardonnay, the most famous white wine grape in the world. It's the second most planted white variety and certainly one of the most popular. Its history is contested, with some arguing that its origins lie in the Middle East, and others claiming it hails from Cyprus. But one thing is certain, its spiritual home is Burgundy, and it is now planted across the globe from Australia to Argentina. Chardonnay is not an aromatic grape like Riesling or Sauvignon Blanc. It's more of a neutral, subtle grape with complex stone fruit and apple aromas and flavours. It also has an affinity with oak, which can add real complexity when handled with care. Considering Chardonnay and Burgundy, where better to start than Chablis, which under France's AOC wine regulation laws must produce wines exclusively from Chardonnay.
So in Chablis, you only grow Chardonnay. So what are the key characteristics of the wine that you grow here?
Chardonnay from Burgundy, and is certainly the most important grape variety in white around the world. But in Chablis, Chardonnay gives a specific taste because we have a soil called Kimmeridgian soil from Jurassic period, and this soil gives the unique expression of Chardonnay with the freshness, the minerality, and the elegance.
What is so special about the climate in Burgundy that makes such a good wine?
Chablis is located in the north of Burgundy, north of France, and here it's the perfect place for the Chardonnay because we have a cool climate, low temperature during the summer, a low temperature during the winter, and we can make very elegant and fresh Chardonnay.
The impact of terroir on Chardonnay is important. Chardonnay wines produced around the world will all differ. Many people claim they dislike Chardonnay, but are very fond of a Chablis, which is ironically made from Chardonnay. The key here is oak usage. In Chablis, it is minimal, whereas for many years, Chardonnays from warmer climates such as Australia or California were smothered in buttery oak.
What makes our country Burgundy, which is the place for white, really unique, is the place. It's not so much the Chardonnay. Now Chardonnay has become a common word. Now it's used in many countries around the world. But what makes it very specific is the climate and the soil. The fact, for instance, that we have cold winters, we keep this acidity, so we don't produce this very fat wine.
We move on to Pinot Noir, a grape that produces some of the most seductive, ethereal, and expensive red wines in the world. Burgundy is undoubtedly the global reference point for Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir can be easily identifiable in the glass because of its thin skin that results in a pale red colour. Its signature aromas are distinctively floral and aromatic, with strawberries and cherries, together with defined earthy and forest floor characteristics.
What's the best thing about Pinot Noir and why is it so popular?
The girls love Pinot Noir, and that's why it's popular. No, the Pinot Noir is a very transparent wine. It's almost like crystal. You see through the wine. You can see the grower, you can see the vintage, you can see the place it came from. You can feel the soul that lies behind the Pinot Noir. Here, you have a vineyard and you have one varietal. You harvest that vineyard and you make the best you can from that piece of dirt.
Pinot Noir is a fickle beast. The planting location has to be just right for it to make a truly beautiful wine. It's happiest in limestone soils in a moderate to cool climate, and this is why it makes such distinguished wine in the northerly climate of Burgundy.
What is it about the climate in Burgundy that's so good for winemaking?
Well, what's great about it is the climate sucks. People don't come here to lie on the beach. Typically in Burgundy, we often have overcast skies and rain. And this year, 2018, the climate was almost Californian. We had big heat spikes. We had drought conditions. Vines can handle heat, but heat without water is something that the vines really don't like. They suffer, and they suffer maybe too much. A vine that suffers is a good thing. A vine that suffers too much isn't.
Although Burgundy only has 2 main grape varieties, the wines produced in this prestigious region possess amazing complexity as well as incredible diversity. It also produces the most expensive white and red wines in the world, with some older vintages selling in the hundreds of thousands. However, it's important to remember, price isn't always what makes a wine great, and Burgundy has an array of quality wines at more affordable prices, as well as some amazing hidden gems. By further experiencing the world of fine wine, you can find a vast array of incredible wines from all over the world.
I'm a believer in the fact that a wine is good if you like it. A wine is great if you love it.